Hey guys, it's Simply Colie here, and today is Anime Wednesday. Ooh, I added a cha-cha-cha in there. Anyway, today we are going to be talking about an anime that is currently out, I guess, playing. I guess this is the most recent of the animes I have reviewed. Not all of the episodes are currently out yet. I have been watching it on Crunchyroll, which is a pain because I do not have a subscription, so I have to sit through those god-awful commercials. It hurts my heart because they are so bad. I see the same commercial every single time. Aside from that, if you guys like my channel and my reviews, please definitely give me a thumbs up and please subscribe. Also, check out my description box below. I have a blog and all of my social media down there, and in my blog I have a full review of this anime that will not just be complete nonsense that I'm thinking of off the top of my head, because I've already written the review, and this is just me trying to spout it off as quickly as I can to see if you guys are interested. Hey, so let's start and see where we can go with this. So again, this is an anime I am not going to try to pronounce because I know I'm going to say it incorrectly because I don't speak Japanese and I'm really bad at it. So here is the title. I hope you guys enjoy that I couldn't say that. So something bed and breakfast, and I really do apologize because I really do want to be able to say these things, and I just can't because I'm just not confident enough in myself where I think I will sound stupid and I will butcher it, and then that's worse. I don't know. I feel like it's worse to butcher it than it is just to not say it. But here we are, so sidetrack. And this anime is fun. I would classify it as a fantasy romance, I guess. Slice of life, a little bit of food anime. I think there's a name for that. I just don't know what it is. I feel like that is a thing though. So it's fun. I actually really enjoy this anime. I'm on like episode 12. I think the 13th one is out if you have the subscription to Crunchyroll. Since I don't, I have to just, wait for every episode like 2 weeks or 3 weeks later whenever they roll them out to the free people, which are me. And yeah, it sounds so sad about that, but I actually am happy about this anime. I actually really do like it. So it is about this girl, and she can see spirits. So if you have seen Ancient Magus Bride, then it is she's kind of very similar. Check that review out above, and they're actually extremely similar now that I'm thinking about it, because both of them were kind of abandoned by their families because of their ability to see spirits, and were kind of messed up by it. Although I will say that this character, Aoi, another example of me not being able to pronounce things. And you'd think that I would be able to because I watch these episodes and I hear them say it, but it's just like, as soon as it comes out of my mouth, I just sound stupid. Does anyone else feel that way about that? I mean, if you do, please let me know in the comments below, because I just feel really dumb, like all the time. Anyway, she, so very similar backgrounds, not tortured, physically. Well, a little bit, but mostly mentally, in that they were left behind by their families because they could see the spirits, and there are evil spirits, and a lot of the spirits want to eat them, and that also is a thing in both of these shows. The main difference, I would say, because they are both definitely fantasy, they are both I would consider romance, and the main difference I would say is that this one is a romance versus Ancient Magus Bride. I don't think that one's a romance. I think it's ridiculous. The show is okay to me. It's not a great show, so you can, like I said, check out the review if you're interested. But this show I actually enjoy. I feel like there is romance. I feel like the chemistry is really starting to catch up. It is a little strange because she actually is an adult. She actually is like in college, but he is like, a demon. What is he? He's an ogre, and he is, really old in comparison. And it's really funny because the reason that she ends up there is because her grandfather could also see spirits, and he actually ends up taking her in when her parents abandon her. But he also has the ability to travel between the regular realm and the other realm. Sorry, I'm like out of breath. I don't know why. That's what happens when you get old. You're out of breath from talking. Anyway, Jesus. He uses his granddaughter as collateral to pay for his debts because he is kind of just like a carefree guy that just does anything that he wants, and he amassed a massive amount of debt at the inn, and he used his granddaughter as collateral and said that I guess the ogre could marry her, like, to pay his debts. So she finds out about this, and she is, you know, tricked into going into the spirit realm. And she's like, no, I will not marry you. And she says, I'll work it off. I'll work at the inn. And he's like, how are you going to do that? Because all the spirits are going to want to eat you, and you're just like a human. What can you do? So it ends up she starts working at the inn, and she starts like a restaurant at the inn. And all the spirits are like in love with her food and her cooking. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then it kind of just happens where like a lot of people are trying to get back at her for her cooking and people liking it, so then, you know, some action-y sort of stuff happens. But I really like the show. I feel like I love the characters. She's great, and it's always so funny because everyone always comments about how she looks and acts like her grandfather, and she's like always offended by it. And it's just so funny because in the show you get to learn about people, and you find out that you really truly don't understand people unless you know like their friends who understood them, because he kind of put on, you know, based off of what I've seen so far, her grandfather kind of put on like a facade around her to try and like teach her how to live in the world and, you know, get by. Whereas, you know, when he was by himself, he lived a very different lifestyle and, you know, was a totally different person, which I think is just so interesting. And it kind of makes us think about that and reflect on that. And I'm just really interested to see where the romance goes. I think it's, you know, just in general kind of strange that the ogre would want to marry her, and it is strange because all of the other characters are like, why would you do that? She's a human, blah, blah, blah. And I guess it's not completely strange because there is another character that we're introduced to that also married a human, but he kind of fell in love with her when he was in the human world versus this ogre not really, as far as we know, not really even knowing her, and wanted to marry her just because of a debt. So we'll find out how that plays out, but he is like so weirdly patient and calm and like, I don't know, towards her. So it's like, why is he like that? You know, it's not really what you would imagine an ogre to be. And so there's that, and then there's also just why, you know. I feel like because her grandfather and him had like a relationship, I feel like must be something there, like when her grandfather said that when he passed he wanted the ogre to take care of her. So I just feel that's how it is, but I don't know if it really is. We'll see how it plays out. Like I said, this show isn't over yet. If you guys have seen this show and, you know, you guys are really interested and you like it too, let me know in the comments below, or if you don't like it, you can let me know too. But I think you're wrong. Or you could convince me otherwise. I don't know. But I actually do enjoy the show. And if you guys like my channel, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, that would mean it so much to me. I'd really appreciate it. And if you guys, I don't know, that's it, I guess. So check me back. Check back my channel. What do you say in this scenario? Come on back. Come on down, y'all. Oh my god, this is getting bad. So come back anytime to my channel and check out any of my other videos. I post 3 times a week minimum, which is completely insane, but somehow I've managed it so far. And I really do want to post, you know, different content and more interesting content, because a lot of this is just kind of, I'm just trying to go as fast as I can to try and get through it so that I do post 3 videos a week. So I'm just trying to see, you know, try to balance my life. You know, we're all trying to balance our lives and try and figure out, you know, what we can and what we can't do. So I am working on it, trying to figure out how to create better content. And if you guys have any ideas, please let me know below. Also in the comments, let me know like what your favorite part of the channel is. Do you prefer the unboxings? Do you prefer the reviews? Do you prefer the makeup beauty reviews or the anime reviews? Like, what do you guys like? What are your interests? I want to know. So I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Bye.